Our experiences had a wide range, from very somber, sad experiences early dealing with the funeral and trying to make things as good as we could for Mrs. Carnahan. It was our suggestion that she just stay in the mansion. She'd given up enough at that point, and so we said, "You stay." Mrs. Carnahan said after Thanksgiving that that would have given her enough time, and she gathered her things and went home to Rolla and really felt that we should live there. And so, at her suggestion, we moved into the mansion, and she was exactly right. To live in that house is to fall in love with that house. It was the greatest gift that Jean Carnahan could have given our family. I honestly and truly feel that way. I mean, in that, I guess by law we should have been living there, but it was our strong feeling that Jean her life had been disrupted beyond anything that I would ever be able to comprehend. And so we had no intention of disrupting it any further. And when she said, "You really need to live here to understand it," I didn't know what she meant. But we did move in, and by the time I left, it was it was a loss to leave the history of the house. I mean, it wasn't just living in the mansion. It was everything that the mansion, it absorbed years and years and years of Missouri history and the incredible people that worked there every day. I had no idea that the wallpaper matched the carpet, and it all had something to do with Missouri lore and Missouri history and Missouri symbols. And within days of following the docents around, learning like everyone else, I fell in love with that house and its history. Probably I didn't really understand the whole thing until I got home. And then I put together what I thought was a scrapbook. I'm not a scrapbooker, but people had been so generous in sending pictures to us that recorded it. And I thought, well, I still remember I need to get this down. And it turned into 2 large scrapbooks. And as I went back through, the memories just washed over me, and I looked at all those rooms and photos and saw all the people in photos. And I would say it took several months just to finally settle into the fact that it had really happened. There was the day that Paula Earls, who was Mrs. Carnahan's mansion manager and agreed to stay on during our time there, taught our children how to slide down the banister. And before it was over, I took my turn too, I must admit. Christmas was turned into a very special day, but we weren't quite sure what to do about Christmas. There wasn't much time to do Christmas shopping, that kind of thing. And so I created a set of clues, and our 2 children, who were then a senior in high school and a senior in college, woke up Christmas morning to find clues. And I had hidden little envelopes of money throughout the governor's mansion so that they could go shopping after the holiday. And it was great fun to see them, zooming into the kitchen and then the library and all over the house. So that's a very special memory. It's like layers of history. There isn't anything in the house that doesn't have a story behind it. And that's what I could not have known had I not lived there and been present to hear various people, from the Capitol Police to the docents, to tell the stories. From the First Lady, and I don't recall her name right now, who had, when her portrait was done, she had a ring painted on her finger that she didn't own. And then her husband had to buy it for her later. So I thought, what a great story that is. To the fountain out in front, to, as I said, the wallpaper, the carpeting. It's layers and layers and layers of history. And to lose that, I think, would be a very sad day for Missouri and for Missourians.